How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with another episode of our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode. And in this one, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. I might make it up to the end of the season, but there was some talk about potentially trading Jonathan Drouin at the end of the last video. Now, I did find trade a couple times on him at the end of the last video, and I believe there was some interesting trade proposals. I mean, nothing that really stood out to me as I have to do it. Silverberg and Manson. Manson would help out the decor. Same thing with Jarmelson. He would as well, and we get a third out of that one. Cam Fowler, that's a big cap hit. I don't know if I want to take on that one. Wenberg, I don't know if Wenberg's as good as Drouin. He might be better. But the Stars are willing to give us their first, I think that's potentially this season. They want to give us Jake McCabe and Alec Martinez. I'm going to say no to that right off the bat. Nikkanen, I don't think I want Nikkanen in next year's first. 2 firsts from the Jets, so the Jets have an interesting trade. But we'll check out Wenberg. I mean, he signed for the same term, cheaper though. I don't think he's as good. He's exact top 6. Holy crap! No, he's just probably furious. But I don't think he's as good as Drouin. There's no way he's as good as Drouin. So this is definitely not the trade for us. I mean, Drouin, he's a pure sniper. I don't know if I want to maybe move him up and drop down Cole Caulfield. I mean, he's not good enough in my opinion. I mean, Cole Caulfield's been killing it for us. So, I mean, let's take a look at what Caulfield's doing this season. He's got 28 points, 13 goals, 15 assists. I think he's actually doing better than Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall has 10 goals and 18 assists, so he's certainly not the problem. And neither is just Barry Kotkaniemi. He's got 8 goals and 20 assists. So the first line is doing their job. They're getting it done. The second line is not. Domi, minus 10. He's got 22. Only 18 points for Drouin. He's a minus 8. Okay, that's Murray. But he's a minus 11. Yeah, he's not doing well. And then Gallagher here. Gallagher, only 15 points. I just signed him to a good contract. 2, I mean, I don't know. What would we get for Brendan Gallagher, potentially? Probably a lot more teams interested in him. We would get Cam Fowler, a 4th and a 5th, 2 seconds, a 1st. Pelletier, who seems to probably be a prospect. Those guys are probably prospects. Some more picks, a 1st and a 3rd. Alec Martinez, Jake McCabe, Sutter, but not on that contract. Larson, Jesus, they gave a lot of bad contracts to defensemen. Silverberg there. St. Louis Blues 1st. Fabry, Nikkanen, yeah, 1st. Yip. I mean, I don't know. None of these guys really look worth it. I think I might just stand pat for now and see if I did some line shuffling. We did drop Tony DeAngelo off that first line, so maybe he can help out that middle 6 scoring-wise. But right now, we're in a playoff spot. I don't want to mess up too much. So we'll go ahead here, go to like the All-Star break, and assess from there. I wish they would let you play the All-Star game in this one, man. You know, a 4-2 loss to Toronto, that's bad. And a 4-1 loss, oh my God, that is 5-6 losses in a row. Am I doing my math right? 2-4. Finally we win. We beat the Devils, and then we beat the Senators, but we lose to the Sabres. A 2nd and a 3rd for Miller. No thanks. I don't know what this team needs, but something is... We're being scored on way too often. What do you... Okay. I don't know. I agree. I think we are being scored on way too often. What do you think we should do? Upgrade our defense. Convincing chance. I don't know if I want to promise him anything, but I guess I either disagree with him or I promise it to him. Our defensemen are getting shelled out there. Okay. So it looks like trading away Shea Weber is coming back to bite me. So hopefully, if we stop now... Holy crap, we are getting absolutely blasted. December has been horrible. I need to make a move, and I guess it might be for a defenseman. Maybe it is time to move Drouin and just get a Cam Fowler. Maybe. I don't even know what Cam Fowler's rating is. Defensively, I guess we probably need a first pairing defenseman, but I don't know if those are just readily available everywhere. Cam Fowler, what are you rated? Where is Cam Fowler? There he is. He's an 83. 5 years left at that contract. I think Manson's worth more. He's an 84. He's expiring. He's got 5 more years left, though, and he's already 30. Jarmelson is 34. He's an 84. I mean, these are just stopgaps. These aren't like long-term solutions for our first pairing defender. Lindholm would be interesting, but I don't know if they'd ever give me Lindholm. Obviously, I want Oliver Ekman-Larsson, but that's probably not going to happen. Let's sort by defenseman and then sort by overall. We'll see if we can get somebody relatively cheaper. Charlie McAvoy would be a sick pickup, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to trade something that we would get Charlie McAvoy. Buffalo has Rasmus Ristolainen, slightly used. He's an 86. Wow, Rasmus Dahlin's doing bits for him, isn't he? Nearly $10 million for 6 years. You know, I'd be okay with that contract in real life. Be very, very happy with that contract in real life. I wonder what they would want for Risto, because Risto is an 86, and he's okay. He can play top-line minutes, and he puts up points in this game. I know he does. Sad that he's already capped out. For a second, I thought that was Marc Giordano at the top. He could be an option to go get. He's an 86. He's older. Viliamiaki there. Those guys are, I mean, these are all better than what we've got, but nobody really has a top-end defenseman that they're probably willing to get rid of. They have no defenseman in Chicago there. Girard, no, probably not, and probably not going to get the young guns from them, from the Colorado Avalanche. Definitely not getting those guys either. Klingberg and Heiskanen, would love to get either of them, but probably not going to happen. Detroit, you know what, it seems like we're going to have to maybe get somebody who's aging or a somewhat not great contract. Not Ekblad. Definitely gonna not get Ekblad. Oh, it just seems like defensemen, like you either have a really, really good one or you have none of them. And we've got a bunch of them, but none of them are really all that great. I mean, Matthias Ekholm here, is he really a first pairing? Is he really worth $8 million? Probably not. Nashville, what are you doing? That is gonna put them in some hurt in a few years, that's for sure. Noah Dobson here, love to get him, but probably will never get him. Shea Weber, not on that contract, and then Truba's contract's, you know, pretty similar, but still good. These guys are all 85, so they got a decent decor. Nothing there. Dustin Byfuglien, you know, that's the kind of guy I'm talking about, but we just traded Shea Weber, although his contract, Shea Weber's, is a lot worse than Byfuglien. Chris Letang, even, is he signed to an extension for $7 million for another season? He's 34. He's probably going to drop off a bit, but he could be a guy that we look to go after. Brent Burns, wow, dropped off hard, and he's still got 4 more years. They really want to get rid of that contract. I know they do. Colton Parayko signed for 6 years. That's pretty reasonable for Colton Parayko, too. Yeah, you're not getting those guys from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Nobody here is really going to provide that much help. Quinn Hughes, would love to go get him. Probably not going to happen, though. Vegas has TJ Brody, Shea Theodore even, Washington, Dmitry Orlov, potentially a guy to go get. And Morrissey's an 85. He's medium top 4. He's probably not going to grow anymore. Signed for 7 years at $6 million. So, I mean, maybe. How's he doing this season? 22 points. 22 points in 37 games is really good. He's already got 7 goals, which is freaking crazy. Oh, man, I don't know what I want to do here as far as finding a trade, because we definitely need to go find a defenseman. But I don't want to get a defenseman just to get a defenseman. Like, if you look at our decor right now, we probably need at least another 85, 86 even. I'd love to get an 87 or an 88, but none of those guys exist right now. Murray and Petrie is not, like, Petrie, D'Angelo, and Murray and somebody I'd be happy with, but, you know, we just don't really have anybody. So maybe Drouin is the odd man out here. Oh, okay, I just accidentally pushed the wrong button. But Drouin and the Bruins first. What is that gonna find me? That would get me a Kirby Dach or a Cody Glass, both high top 6 forwards. This is not gonna solve my issue, but it's a good shout. Let's take the Boston pick off and add our pick on there. Find a trade open block. Kirby Dach in a second. They really want to get rid of Kirby Dach for some reason. How about a second and Drouin? That would get me Sammy Vatanen, Mackenzie Blackwood, and Demers, or Cody Glass. How good is Cody Glass? Like, he keeps being offered here. Well, how good is he? Wow, they are bad. He's only a 79. He's listed as a second line forward, though. He looks pretty decent. It's probably low 80s, really. He's probably just very unhappy. That's why his value is so high. but we're going to remove him and remove that. And Vegas, do you have any defensemen that you want to give me? Anybody at all? Any Shea Theodore, maybe? 4 years, he's an 84. I mean, I don't know if he helps the problem. What defensemen are out there that are, like, above 80, like 86 or above? Like, that Risto deal, I wouldn't be opposed to going out and getting Risto. I know that maybe some of you are screaming because that's a little bit of the Buffalo fan in me going after Risto, but I think he's good in this game. I think he does fine. I've seen him put up mad points, so defenseman doesn't matter his potential. I don't care about any of that. I just want to see his overall right now be above an 86 search in the league, 86 overall defenseman or higher. Who's got the least amount of trade value? It's Marc Giordano with 1 year left, not signed to an extension, in 86. See, this is the thing. Risto we could have for a few years, but that would take so much more. A Marc Giordano is probably on his way down. He's listed as a top 4. Oh, he's exact top 6, so he's going to keep dropping throughout the season. Don't want to see that, but I mean, if the dude can come in and help us for at least this season while we go into next season, I mean, Risto might be a guy that, like I said, could be an option. Chris Letang's also an option, but I think Risto might be easier to get. Trade for the asset. What do they want from us? What does Buffalo want from Montreal for one Rasmus Ristolainen? Do we have any skaters that match your block? Yolanen, probably. I'd throw in Yolanen and Misek. I'd throw these two guys in there. Probably not going to go through, but I'll at least give it a shot. 2 prospects for Risto. Woefully insufficient. Yeah, I figured it was going to be not great. Do we have any goalies? No, we don't. We really don't have any goalies besides... Yeah, you guys want Braden Holtby for Risto? Yeah, how about that? You guys going to say yes to that one? They want the Bruins first. I'll give them our second. So you have 2 prospects and a second for Risto, because, I mean, we get the flexibility with Risto. We know he's not going to drop. He can put up points, and I think he's a pretty solid defenseman. Will he fit our scheme, though, is the question. He would fit on the penalty kill line 2. I don't know if he fits our scheme, per se. Only fits on penalty kill line 2, so that's interesting. While we're on this topic, wow, Buffalo's first is very high valued. Holy crap. Calgary's right here. They want the same package. Would Marc Giordano fit on our team? They want to get rid of him too, and it would probably not take nearly as much. I could go get both of them. He does not fit into our scheme whatsoever. So we will go and try and get Risto first, because I think Risto's got more potential for the future as far as... we're concerned here. 2 prospects and a second. Trade rejected. It isn't where it needs to be, considering what they're being asked to give up. How about... I don't want to completely deplete my prospect pool, but you guys want Curry? Because I don't. I don't think I want Curry. There's Reinhart, too. He's 20 and only 71. How's that? Is that going to make you go... give you guys another Reinhart. Just not to be where at all. Now, I don't know what we're going to have to give up to get him. Unless we just kind of go to all skaters and find somebody here who's kind of falling out of favor. I like Koskinen. He was just our first overall pick. Mete would actually be kind of... we'd have an odd man out on the defensive pairings. Or on the defensive core, right? Because Risto would come in and be up there. Juleson signed for 2 more years. I could see us moving McNabb, although does McNabb fit the... McNabb already has 26 penalty minutes. That's a lot of penalty minutes. Let's see, can we move McNabb in this deal? They get somebody back. They get 2 prospects, and we get Risto. Is not up to snuff at all. It doesn't match our... Yes, it does. I give you 2 guys that you wanted. Oh, okay. Draft picks. How about I throw in a second there, Buffalo, for Risto? Really, I mean, this is pretty cheap too, so okay, yeah, let's give it a go. Trade rejected. It's not where it needs to be at all compared to what okay, you know what? We're just gonna go get Marc Giordano. It's as simple as that. I'm done trying to finagle over Risto. We're gonna go get Marc Giordano. We can afford him against the cap, and we're gonna give them Misek, I think. And straight up, this might just go through. Misek for Giordano might just go through. But then we'd have 1 too many defensemen, so let's try and clear some cap space here. Who's making the most out of our defensemen? Murray, Petrie, Braden McNabb here. He's 82. I still like Juleson and Mete. They're a good 5'6" defenseman. I'm fine with it. Mete's a -4, and but he fits the scheme. He hates his ice time, though. What is he listed as? Top 6 defenseman? You're going to get top 6 defenseman ice time. Braden McNabb, throw him in there. Sweeten the deal a little bit as far as salary is considered for us. Let's see if we can snag back the Coyotes third in the deal. We might actually be able to get more. I'll see if I can throw in a third and a fourth. For Misek McNabb, for Giordano, a third and a fourth. Trade accepted. I think it's a really good deal, so I maybe could have gotten a little bit more. But we went out and acquired Marc Giordano, so hopefully he will come in and be a very good... Oh, I traded away a quality player? Come on. Relax, guys. So let's just go best lines here, and then I'll fix him in a minute. Is he down in the AHL? Why is Marc Giordano in the AHL? In the system, Marc Giordano, call him up, confirm. There we go. Now we can hit best lines again. There we go. And that should look pretty good to me. Defense and... Oh, Marc Giordano and Murray don't work together. How about Marc Giordano and Tony DeAngelo? That does work. I want to give Tony DeAngelo ice time because I think he can grow a little bit for us too. But I wouldn't mind making another move. Murray, how long are you signed for, bud? 3 years at $5 million. How have you done when you've been here in Montreal? 9 points in 26 games, 4 points in 38. You're having a really bad... This is a horrible season for him. I mean, I bumped up his ice time quite a bit, and he's just having a terrible, terrible season. So... I don't want to move him, really. Let's go to roster. Let's not go to roster moves. Let's go back to the player search and see if maybe I want to give up Boston's first and go acquire another defenseman. I'd love to get any of these guys up here, but I really don't see that happening. So trade value down low. A guy like Chris Letang would be a great get, another older guy, but like for some reason I have my heart set on Ristolainen. He looks like an achievable guy to go get. I think he would put up points. We're going to trade for him. We're going to give up a first and a prospect for Risto, see if we can get Buffalo to budge. They want the Bruins first, and they do want Yolanin. So we'll see if those two... We would be over the league maximum salary cap. How about now? Still no? How about now? Okay, I don't know if I'm going to get Buffalo to retain any salary. So we should probably just throw in some cap dump in here as well. Who's getting paid the most with the littlest amount of value? Cousins here? We could throw in Cousins. Let's throw in Cousins. That'll probably get... Yep, that now works. So we get Ristolainen for Yolanin. A Bruins first and Cousins, and then we have a lot of flexibility going into next season. Casey Middlestat is on their trade block. Buffalo, what is wrong with Middlestat? What is wrong with Mitzi? He's an 80 at 23. Oh, you don't think he's going to grow, and you know what? I don't either. I actually don't think he's going to grow. But they signed Braden Shen, or they somehow acquired Braden Shen. Really, I would be really, really satisfied with that. Anyway, this is not about what the Sabres are doing. This is about what I'm doing, and I'm going to trade for Rasmus Ristolainen. Woefully insufficient. Wow, I'm even giving them a first. Okay, what exactly is it that you want from me? Oh, we'd have a misplaced defenseman. Misplaced, like I'm putting them somewhere. Murray is too good, probably, I think, to trade away. Juleson, Mete's got more value, really. And he's not... I think Juleson's played better when he's been here. He's got 11 points. Okay, so 12, 11, 8. He only played 56 games last year. Mete had 24 this year and was a plus 10. So I think I will get rid of... If I'm going to get rid of somebody, it'll be Juleson. We'll keep Cousins. And let's see if that makes the trade go through. Trade rejected. Woefully insufficient. Okay, Buffalo, how about I throw in a third? It says woefully insufficient. A third is not going to change it. Let's give him Arizona's third. Why not? The one we just acquired. Trade rejected isn't where it needs to be. Okay, so we're not going to get Risto. They don't want to give up Risto, and that's fine. I don't necessarily need to go get Risto. Highest overall, lowest value would probably, let's see, where's it going to drop off? There it drops off with Chris Letang. Probably easier to go get a guy like Chris Letang. He's also signed through next season for $7 million. If he doesn't drop off, that'd be fine, but what is he rated? It says he's exact top 4, and he's listed as a top 4, so I'm not too worried about him dropping off, but I don't think they want to get rid of him or they're going to want anything we've got. So we're going to stick with Marc Giordano for now. We went ahead and acquired that defenseman that our coach wanted us to go get. And hopefully, Marc Giordano is going to help out our defense, and maybe we can actually, because that was multiple times now they've said that our defense is not good enough. So hopefully, being able to push to an 85 down to the middle pairing will help us out quite a bit. They have Gallagher, Kotkaniemi, Domi, Hall, Drouin. I mean, probably not Gallagher, but instead Caulfield. And I'm fine with that. I don't actually know if I want the 5-man. Domi's listed as a second-line forward, so we'll put D'Angelo up there. Probably just give me a second. Paling there. Taylor Hall up there. Tony D'Angelo at the point. And then instead of Frolik, I think Giordano's got better offensive awareness than Ryan Murray. He does, so we'll go ahead and give Giordano the time there. And I think that our power play looks pretty good. Our penalty kill, Lowry and Foligno. Yeah, our penalty kill looks great. Giordano's on the penalty kill there as well. So, cool. I think our lines are all set. Hopefully, this makes a difference. And I don't have to keep firing coaches, because that kind of sucks. Because I think we've got guys that now fit the roster. So, we'll go up to January 1st now that I've stopped for so long. And a 3-1 loss this first game there. But we do beat the Ottawa Senators, so it's nice to know that we can still beat the Senators. Ned Gleason is very happy that I kept my promise. Yes, thanks for improving our top 4 defenseman group. It will really help this team. You're welcome, Ned. Now, just coach it to wins. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just win, please. 4-1. There we go. Over Columbus. Can we beat Tampa? We do beat Tampa. We're still in a playoff spot somehow. I feel like that last month was horrible. And then, we give up 11 goals in 2 games. That's what you want to see. But a 4-2 win where Marc Giordano faces his former team, Vegas. The Red Wings have fired their head coach, Antoine Dupont. How good is Antoine Dupont? Because I'm considering doing the same thing. My coach, not doing well. Coach is not doing well. We're out of the playoffs. Ned Gleason brought him in. He really coached us to a phenomenal record, win percentage last season. But so far this season, he's at 50%, and I don't think I've put together a bad roster. What coaches are out there? They said Detroit just fired their guy. Messier, I think I had Messier. Shannon Messier was our head coach. Yeah, and then I fired him. And he's not doing, Dupont is who, Antoine Dupont, was doing horrible with Detroit. He went 12-32-3. Wow, okay, so we're not going to make any kind of moves for now, as far as the coaching position. But it looks like, oh my God, we're 6 points out of a wild card spot in our own division. 4 points out from behind the Flyers, so hopefully we can step it up here with these last 4 games in January. A 4-1 win there. This is literally a do-nothing trade. This means I just draft next season. And a 6-0 loss to the Kings. Jordan Schmaltz for Curry and Markkanen. Justin Schmaltz, excuse me, not Jordan Schmaltz. No, it is Jordan Schmaltz. Nope, just kidding. So I will back out because that is not Justin. That is Jordan. So we get this break here. 6 points behind. Jonathan Marchessault for our first. Or 2 firsts for Jonathan Marchessault. Jonathan Marchessault is an 80. He's listed as a first-line forward. He's pretty good. I mean, he's just really unhappy right now. He's got 3 years left, so sorry, bud. You're going to have to stay unhappy longer because I'm not making that trade. Please beat Buffalo. Buffalo is bad. And please beat Toronto. And we do neither of those. We give up another 11 goals. So, wow. This is horrible. And Nick Suzuki's upset because of his ice time. I feel like I'm giving him more ice time than he's deserving. Oh, is he scratched? Wow, okay. Now I just sound like a dick. Scratched. Suzuki. Yeah, get your butt in there, bud. I had him on the third line for a little bit, too. Foligno there with Frolik. I mean, oh, Jesus. There's nothing going right now. We'll drop Cole Caulfield down. I don't think he's doing as good as we had hoped. Domi's still a second line forward, but we'll put Drew in up there on that top line, and hopefully he can spark something. How's Giordano done? As a, oh my God, no points and a -10. This trade has blown up in my face. He had 23 points in Calgary. Tony DeAngelo is just cancer for whoever he plays with, I think. He's a -34? Are you serious? This dude is a -34. I've never seen somebody be so bad. Oh my, I've never seen such a bad plus-minus. I think I just want to I want to trade him now. He is so bad. I'm going to get rid of him. Oh my God. And I think I found out why we're getting scored on so much. I acquired Tony DeAngelo for Shea Weber. I would have been better off keeping Shea Weber. Tony DeAngelo, somebody just give me something for him, please. Anybody want to give me a Toffoli and a Steen? Interesting. I would maybe consider it. Steen and Wenberg. Perreault and DeHaan. DeHaan's a defenseman. He can play. He's a warm body I can throw back there. A first? You'll give me a first this year, Dallas? Dallas must got to be good. They keep offering me their first. The Minnesota Wild are going to offer me their first next year for him. Let's see. Does anybody else? Pittsburgh's first, but Pittsburgh's probably going to be good. Hollander, probably not. Marc-Andre Fleury and Hutton. They want to offer me Flower and Hutton. They want to offer me Stastny Hutton. Okay, and a first. And Heinola. Would Heinola be good for us? Would he be good? Would he be bad? He'd be bad. Bad. Everybody wants Tony DeAngelo, though, so I could make my own trade if I wanted. Probably not going to get either of those guys. Maybe I could look to package him for Jonathan Marchessault. But where does that leave us as far as defensemen? Defensemen on the roster look to be Murray, Petrie, Giordano, Mete, and Lawrence Pilot. You know what? Lawrence Pilot could play. He'd be fine. He's listed as a depth defenseman. Not the end of the world. I mean, I'd like to get a defenseman out of this deal, but, you know, I don't know if I'm going to go defenseman for defenseman. Jonathan Marchessault, too, could be, you know, just a shot in the arm. If he's listed as a first-line forward, I don't know. What does Vancouver have as far as defenseman? I could get a Tyler Myers. He's got 3 more years left. 2 more years left for Travis Hamonic. Maybe. The dude's not... He's a defensive defenseman, so he's far cry from Tony DeAngelo. Tony DeAngelo with a -34 is insane. I'm surprised I didn't notice that sooner. That is ridiculous, the fact that he's a -34. I gotta find somebody just take him and give me somebody halfway decent. Maybe we go after a guy like Chris Letang. Tony DeAngelo... and Boston's first. Boston, have you dropped off at all? Probably not going to go through. They're listed as a contender. We're listed as a champion. Yeah, no, it's not there. So I could still look to give away Boston's first. Defenseman that they maybe would part with. A Travis Sanheim even. 3 years. I mean, that's not great. That's not horrible. He's 25. He's still got room to grow. He doesn't put up a ton of points, but he's a +11. I'll take a plus at this point. Wow. Okay, the Rangers, they aren't going to take him back. They want Boston's first, and they want to get rid of Nick Leddy, and I can understand why. He's an expiring... Oh, Jesus, why would you sign that extension, guys? Like, what are you thinking? Okay, so Minnesota is actually good. Let's see. Spurgeon, Suter. Yeah, Suter's contract. Their contracts make them a no-go. They might be a good team to go after next year's first on. But nope, nobody there. Edmonton? Edmonton has Clefbaum. Maybe a guy like Clefbaum, but do we have enough value there to get Clefbaum out of there? I mean, maybe just enough. Oscar Clefbaum, 34 penalty minutes, but I mean, he's still fine. He's a first-pairing defenseman. Where would he fit in our scheme? He would fit on all of our defensive pairings and all of our penalty killing lines. That's a pretty decent trade right there. I'm making a ton of moves, but Detroit wants to just shoot everybody into the sun. 2 years at $6 million for Justin Schultz. Do they have any skaters matching the block that I would be interested in? Tyler Bertuzzi? Don't think so. I still just would. I really do need a defenseman, I think. Yeah, they are good. These guys are good. Essa Lindell, 4 years left at 5.8. Probably not. Oh, they are really bad, and they want both of these guys. So, and they really don't... They want to give up Seth Jones. I mean, he's that first pairing defenseman I've been looking for. I don't know what else I'd have to throw in the deal here. Probably a forward of some substantial value. Like a Paling, even. I mean, Domi's got... Why does Domi have so much higher value than Jonathan Drouin? I don't understand it. But I'll throw in Drouin. That's pretty close. We have to get rid of Drouin, and that does eliminate some of our scoring. That's a lot, but then we get Seth Jones. Top 2 defenseman. He is elite. He's going to put up points on this team, I think. Cole Caulfield can still fill in. That opens a spot. I don't actually hate the deal for Seth Jones here. They want to get rid of him, and we need to make a push to go all in, really, I think. And we're not even giving up our first in this deal. We're giving up Boston's first. Seth Jones, they want to get rid of him. Is it? He's got another year. He's probably going to ask for mad money, though. They don't have him signed to an extension, do they? I think I checked. They probably don't. Defenseman, no, they don't have him signed to an extension. They don't want to get rid of Werenski, but they do want to get rid of... Can I get Werenski instead of Seth Jones? Because I would do this 100 times out of 100 for Werenski, even though he's only making... he's listed as a top 4 defenseman. He would fit on our penalty kill line 2, whatever. Would you do this? Trade rejected. Okay, how about Seth Jones? I will do this trade for Seth Jones. We'll definitely do this trade for Seth Jones. Trade accepted. Absolute blockbuster of a deal. We have traded away Jonathan Drouin and Tony DeAngelo and went and acquired Seth Jones. 89 overall Seth Jones to play on the top pairing for our defensemen. Cole Caulfield was doing fine on that first line. Gallagher and now Foligno fills in, or even Paling. We could give Paling the extra ice time even. Paling is listed as a third-line scorer. I mean, these guys are fine where they are. I think I'd rather put Gallagher up there. Although Cole Caulfield, it's a good fit. Does Gallagher... I don't know. Cole Caulfield has got 23 goals and 20 assists in 52 games. I'm going to put him up there just because... whatever. Paling does not help that line out at all. Lowry's up there. Cousins, Suzuki. Suzuki now gets to play first. Yeah, we'll put... how's Lowry doing? He's doing okay. He's got 20 points. I'll take that. Suzuki will give him third-line ice time. Defensively, we've got Murray and Jones, which is not a good pairing. Would Petrie and Jones be a better pairing? It would, but this would not be a good one then. Giordano, move Mete up. Marc Giordano, I don't know. He's been horrible since he's gotten here, hasn't he? Yeah, he's minus 10, like I said, in 14 games. Minus 1 to this pairing doesn't make it horrible, but Marc Giordano is not a good fit for this. Neither of these guys are good fits, but both of these guys are great fits right here. Special teams, Seth Jones there with Domi, Kotkaniemi, Gallagher, Hall. Let's put Cole Caulfield up there on that first line as well. Frolik, Paling, Petrie, Gallagher. That's fine. We'll put that like that. Instead of Frolik, do I want to put a defender like Murray on that pair line or a forward that's not already playing? I think everybody that should be playing is playing, so we'll keep Frolik on that line there. Whatever. Penalty kill looks good to me. Went out and got Seth Jones. Another absolutely massive deal where we got rid of Jonathan Drouin, so his time has officially ended here. I was just going to try him on the first line, too, you know. He went to Columbus, so rip. That's unfortunate. Where is Jonathan Drouin? Yeah, I don't know why he's got, like, no value. He's only had 28 points in 52 games. He's listed, I know he's listed. I don't know why he's got such little value. Anyway, let's view contracts and see if we can just basically assign and trade for Seth Jones. Seth Jones does not want a contract extension. He wants $10 million. Good thing we have $25 million. Giordano does want an extension, but too bad he's not going to get one. Expiring is also Petrie and Foligno, so we have a lot of players coming off the books, but the question is, do we have players to fill them in? We'll have to see how Seth Jones does as a Montreal Canadien. to see whether or not he may be worth it. But guys, we're just going to go straight to the very end of this one here. We're going to see if we can make the playoffs. Let's go up to this Detroit Red Wings game. Domi, I'm sorry. Yeah, you should be sorry for how you're playing out there, Domi. Agree. Thought about it, and I need better chemistry with my line mates. There are some adjustments I can make to get you more minutes a night. We'll look to... No, promise that. Yeah, more minutes a night. Glad to hear about this. Me too. I'm glad you're glad. Whatever. He'll just keep playing fine up there. And a 5-1 win there against San Jose. And Evander Kane goes to Chicago. So they've now paired both Kanes on the same team. A second and a third in exchange for Kane and Kulak. Interesting. Now, if we can go on a run here, the Buffalo Sabres have fired head coach Antoine Boudreau. Interesting. A 4-2 win there, a 4-1 loss. And Dallas makes a trade right after. They acquire Vlasic a third and Ricola for Harley in a second. Okay, the Columbus Blue Jackets have fired their head coach Phil Harris, so another firing as we lose 2 in a row there. Silverberg and Robertson in exchange for Backlund a third and a sixth. The entire NHL is now flipping on its head. No, I am not taking on that Seabrook contract. I don't care how much you pay me. A 7-4 loss. Joel Edmondson, no thanks. Decline that trade. 4-1 win there, though. That's good. We beat Dallas, I think. Yeah, in a shootout. There we go. Marchessault, the 86 overall Marchessault goes, and Ben Hutton for LeBlanc. Wayne Simmons in a fifth. LeBlanc's pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, I can understand maybe why they did it. But interesting. Marchessault now is in San Jose. Jake McCabe and Jack Campbell for Shaw, fourth and a fourth. That's not that big of a trade. Max Domi is upset. I broke the promise. 50-50. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry you feel that way, Max. Wow, I am going to get fired. He's lost 6 morale. Ouch. Is he now listed as a first-line forward? Is that the problem? An OT win and a shootout win. We got 2 wins. That's beautiful. Cole Caulfield leads the team with 30 goals in 62 games. He's on pace for 40. Domi, still a second-line forward. You know what? Fine. We're going to do it that way. Paling is now going to play with Domi and Gallagher. Oh, Domi's actually a better winger, and Paling's the better center. Cole Caulfield's now up to an 85. Cole Caulfield is growing quite nicely. Taylor Hall, 51 points. Really not worth, in my opinion, right now, if I had to choose. Okay, yeah, we'll give Suzuki the 4th line ice time. He's not doing great. How is Seth Jones doing, though? That's what I want to know. Seth Jones, as a Montreal Canadien, is got 10 points in 10 games and is a -1. Okay, so if we could figure out why we're conceding so many goals, probably has something to do with the fact that, yeah, nobody on this team knows how to play defense. Mete on the first pairing? No. Juleson on the first pairing? No. Giordano keeps dropping off. Maybe I'll reward Juleson with some more ice time. Or Mete with some more ice time? Probably Mete with some more ice time. He plays pretty good when I give him that ice time. So yeah, we'll switch it around like that. Wow, okay. So how far out of a playoff spot are we? We are 7 points there. 3 points behind the Bruins, though. We did give up the Bruins first, so if they make the playoffs, or if they don't make the playoffs and their pick jumps, I'm going to be really sad. But, you know, if we make the playoffs and we make a run at it, I'm going to be pretty happy. So let's go ahead, go another week here. I don't know if there's any more trades I can make. I don't think I have any more players to trade away or things like that. Brook, Lieb, and Pan for Jarmelson and Osterley. So a lot of value being put on these prospects by other teams. Oh, and now they want me to give up my 1st and a 3rd for LeBanc. How good is he? He's an 85 second-line forward. I mean, he's pretty good. I don't know if he's signed to an extension or not, but I don't want to give up my 1st on the off chance we do. Well, not the off chance. Right now, it's looking more likely than not that we miss the playoffs, unless we go on a run here to end the season. Oh my goodness. A win, though, against the Wild, and an OT win there. Okay, so we're a few points out of the playoffs. I can't tell because it keeps flipping back and forth. But let's go another week, another 4 games here. This is a packed week full of divisional opponents. A win against Boston, that's big. Another point against the Senators. 2 points and 2 more points there. Those are big points, ladies and gentlemen. Those are big points all against a division opponent. Oh, my goodness. And we are 4 points behind the Hurricanes, fighting with a bunch of other teams. This is just not going well, guys. This is not going well at all. Let's go another week and a half, see if we can win some more games here. Get some more points. There's a win against the Flyers. That's big because they might be in the hunt in the Metro. I didn't actually see. 4-2 loss there against the Penguins. That's not great, but we pick right back up with a win. A loss against the new look Sharks. And we are 2 games in hand. 2 games in hand on, wow, wait. How many games do we have played? 75. We have 2 games in hand on the easier team to catch, which is the Rangers. And we could tie them. If we win those games in hand, it is tied. We need to win these games in hand to make the playoffs. It would be the first playoffs under my tenure, actually, which is quite horrible. Oh, and we play the Panthers. No, we're chasing the Rangers. Oh, we play them too. The Panthers are right behind us, though. We can't lose that one. But if we can beat the Rangers here, that's a guaranteed pickup of a game. So let's go another 3 here. Versus, come on, we got to win these 2. These are 2 big games to win. A win there and a loss. But a win, oh wow, we absolutely destroyed the Detroit Red Wings. Okay, so now I think we might go game by game. We are 2 points behind the Rangers with a game in hand. So that win against the the loss against the Rangers looks pretty bad right now. That looks like a bad one. Where are the Hurricanes? They are also fighting for the playoffs. Wins against the Hurricanes help us because they could catch the Rangers too. The Rangers have 87, so we have 2 games in hand, and all we have to do is win one of them. Can we beat Carolina at home? We do. A 3-1 win, and now that we are in a wild card spot, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, a win here, and we are officially ahead in the race. We have also jumped over the Hurricanes, who we cannot lose to here. Again, these are some big games down the stretch, and it looks like, yeah, nobody played in between. I wouldn't expect the Hurricanes to. The Rangers did not. Can we beat Carolina? We would do a 5-3 win, and now we are sitting with 2 games to go, 89 points. Carolina has to get 3 of their last 4 just to tie us. And the Rangers, with 1 game remaining, have 1 game to go. Oh, 2 points behind us. If they win it, they put the pressure on. Are they? Did they win? No, it doesn't say. We got to beat the Panthers. The Panthers are right behind us. Can we make the playoffs? Jesperi Kotkaniemi taking off in points. He is flying, ladies and gentlemen. Now up to a point per game. And can we beat the Panthers? We lose to the Panthers. But the good news is we have the tiebreaker. And it looks like as long as we can get a point or the Hurricanes do not get a point. Oh, my God. This next game, this game against the Islanders is absolutely massive. Jesperi Kotkaniemi did get a point. Simulate up to our next game. Simulate up to this day. The Carolina Hurricanes also play today, it seems. I cannot tell you for a fact if they do or do not. Do we have the tiebreaker over the Rangers? Do we a point? A point, I think, sees us into the playoffs. A point would see us get into the playoffs. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference and look at the regulation and overtime wins. Because right now we've got the tiebreaker over these guys, over the Rangers. Okay, so we have the tiebreaker over them in row, but we cannot tie the Hurricanes. 2 points sees us in for sure. 1 point, and we're hoping that the Hurricanes pick up, or the Hurricanes don't win. As long as the Hurricanes pick up 1 point, and we need a point, and we're pretty much in. I don't know. 2 points here against the Islanders, and we are into the playoffs. I'm going to go in and simulate the game in here. Is this the second season in a row where we've had just a crazy push to the playoffs? I think so. I think this is the second season in a row. Last season we fired our coach. This season we got rid of Drew In and Tony DeAngelo. Okay. First period. All right, nothing. I'm okay with a point. A point would put us in pretty good position. 2 points sees us in. Second period, we are up 2-1. Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Max Domi. Lad does score on Holtby. This third period is huge. We just have to match the Islanders goal for goal. No goals is fine with me, but a power play goal from Domi is also fine. 3-1, halfway through the third period here, and it looks like the Montreal Canadiens are going to punch their ticket, but they keep taking penalties. But our penalty kill is absolutely coming up massive. 2 minutes to go, 1 minute to go, and your Montreal Canadiens are going to the playoffs. Thank God. That was a great back half of the season push. We have clinched a playoff spot, and Jesperi Kotkaniemi leads the team in points with 82. This guy did pretty good work for us this season. He's up to a 90 now. I didn't expect him to get this good, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. What else is going on in the NHL? Any other storylines? No, it looks like we have 4 teams with 81 points. It really looks like the Islanders and Devils doesn't matter. It's not even going to matter for seeding as far as the draft is concerned. And the Bruins and the Canadiens, we both made the playoffs, and it looks like we'll be taking on the 110-point Senators? The Ottawa Senators have 110 points on the season? Really? All right. The season has ended, and we're in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. 79% locker room chemistry, too. That's always important. You want your locker room feeling good. Holy crap. Cole Caulfield with 77 points. Taylor Hall with 70. That's really disappointing from Taylor Hall. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I'm disappointed with what Taylor Hall's done as a Montreal Canadien. He had 19 points in 18 games there when we first acquired him. I mean, he's been good. He's gotten 77 points. He hasn't done anything near what he did in his 93-point Hart Trophy winning season. You know, this season, he was 1 point under point per game. I think he had 78 and 79 games, 77 and 82, 72 and 82. So, fine from Taylor Hall. It's not great, but Jesperi Kotkaniemi, ladies and gentlemen, has taken that next step and has ascended. Now that, you know, Cole Caulfield probably on his wing, he's probably going to score 25 goals a season, Kotkaniemi. It looks like it. You know, a slow first season with me at the helm. He only played 42 games. I don't exactly know why he only played 42 games. I think I had injuries off, so I don't know why he wouldn't. Anyway, yeah, interesting. 69 points last season. Now he's gone up to a full point per game. His shooting percentage has actually dropped from last season. He's now got 25 power play points, so that's where the difference is being made up, I think. 2 minutes more on ice per game. Wow, the takeaways to giveaway ratio, that's absolutely massive. And Seth Jones with 55 points on the season. How did he finish giveaways and takeaways? He did not take the puck away a lot. Didn't do great in that category. But as far as points, he had 18 points in 30 games, plus 8. Had himself a good time here in Montreal. Basically was on pace for approximately what he had for a full season with us. So he is as advertised. Max Domi, 51 points. Brendan Gallagher, 43. Nick Foligno, 43. Big ol' minus on this pairing, but I think that might have been partially because of Tony DeAngelo. Ryan Poehling up there as well with 42 points in 82 games. Almost 20 goals. We got a lot of nearly 20 goal scorers, guys. That's pretty impressive. Giordano, how did you do in the second half of the season? I really cut down his ice time. He seemed to have done a little bit better, 8 points, improved the plus-minus a bit. I really did chop down his ice time quite a bit. Noah Juleson, plus 26. So it looks like we have players all over the spectrum here. Murray, Gallagher, like Murray is a huge minus, but I did stick him with Tony DeAngelo for most of the season. And then on the other end, we got Juleson, Kotkaniemi, Hall, like Petrie, Mete, Jones, Lowry. I might get rid of Murray. He's a huge minus player. I don't know, but you guys let me know what I should do. All I care about is this Ottawa Senators game. We will preview them in the next one because that's all the time I have for this one. So if you liked it, make sure to leave a like on the video. If you didn't, leave a dislike, sad face. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.